Hey everybody, welcome back to Rival Zone Gaming, and today we are starting our playthrough of Space Pirates and Zombies, or SPAZ 2. It came out tail end of last year, I think it was like November last year, and it's a fun little game, and I say little sarcastically because it's huge. But basically, there is a whole history and lore behind it. There's this stuff called res that everyone uses for power. And it's in decline. People can't find it anymore, so you have to kind of steal it. And there's zombies. But there's a reason there's zombies. I'm not going to go into it because it's part of the story. But anyway, so we need res, we need scrap, we need people to run our ship, and we'll go through all that and how we're going to do all that as we go through the game. But if you want a kind of idea of what kind of game it is, if you've never seen anything like this before, then the best way for me to describe it is there's a game called Combateur, which is a top-down. You kind of build your ship, you stick parts on the side, and it's sort of in the same vein as that. It's a survival exploration type game with a story attached. The story is really good. The voiceover is brilliant. It's funny at points. Some of the writing is just absolutely hilarious. It's a fun game. I've only played like an hour just to get used to the controls, which are a little complicated sometimes. Sometimes you look at the keyboard and you go, what button do I push again? But it becomes intuitive after a while. So if you like what you see, I fully advise you to go and get it. It's really, really cheap online. It's like £15. That's nothing, and you get a massive game. When you see the map, the galactic map, you'll understand. Anyway, enough with me yakking. Our profile is Rivals Reapers, and I think I've hit the wrong one. But yeah, so we can customize our ship colors. Obviously, we have the gold and red of the Rival Zone, but you can customize your ship colors. Don't worry about the ship itself. That is just so you can see what colours you have, because you can literally take parts off your ship, like a wing, and attach a new one, and it's got a different gun on it, things like that, and you can create weird shapes and things. So don't worry at all about that. I have got a campaign that's going at the moment, but obviously we're going to start again. We have to. You guys have to see it all. So we're going to go with new campaign. You can also go sandbox mode, where you can build whatever you like. I haven't touched that yet because I didn't want to spoil myself. There is no camera on this game because there is so much on the screen. There's so many different menus and things that appear from different sides. There's nowhere I can put the camera that won't be in the way. So you're just going to have to imagine me going at all different times. But here we go. Welcome to SPAZ 2. Space Pirates and Zombies. We're going to go with normal. You can go all the way up to insane difficulty, but it pulses red, and there's a reason for that. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. You can go to novice. Novice is good if you want to use the controls, for the first time. You just kind of fiddle around and things like that. But yeah, here we go. I'm going to be quiet for a second while you hear this.
Element 126, resin, res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time and how to enslave it. Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually, they sought to ration the use of res. As res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually, the primary res source was discovered. All res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being, a being awakened by the use of res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire Warpgate network beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. A resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The Void was reborn as a wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage. Precious res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggle to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
And that's us, guys. We are the last remnants of the people who tries to save the galaxy.
It seems like, yet again, you dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this week. 6 million forms of communication, and I'm yet to find one that can articulate how moronic you fools are. Computer, power up the weapons and shield emitters. The doctor is in.
Alright, here we go. You want that then? Okay, here we go. Get back here. I'm finished shooting you yet. Alright, boost the shields.
Mega kill.
Yeah, mega kill. Yeah! Alright. We're going in the wrong direction.
Designated.
We're out of range still. Lots of missiles. Why would you die? Oh, ultra kill. Ah! Don't worry, guys. Everything's fine.
Game over.
By the Void. Level 13 is truly the bane of my existence.
Carl, seriously? Do you realize crew members suffocated on the lower decks? Because you routed power from life support to play stupid video games.
Silence, imbecile. They gave their lives for the greater good. A scientific mind must stay active, or it would wither and wrinkle. I'll boil any ocean. I'll irradiate a whole litter of Narlakian pups. I'll divide by 0 if I have to.
I told you he'd cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick in a melon. Elsa, he is a liability if we keep him on board.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently dismember you in a panic-induced frenzy.
Everyone, shut up. To the bridge, right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Those are the 3 main characters, Elsa, Jameson, and Carl. There is another one who is like your engineer. We'll meet him a bit later. Yeah, that's your crew. And basically, you are the last remnants of the people who tried to get rid of the zombies, I think. Not entirely sure. But we didn't die, we were playing a computer game.
Well, I'm glad to see everyone was able to get up at the crack of noon to work towards sustaining our survival.
That's standard
Let
for
me
me.
present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic. But what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat this here metal mother. The lady deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh. He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I'd hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabid chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two can be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That cool module will give us some elbow room, while those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing following this demonstration.
Okay, Mothership is modular starship, so it's got bits that can snap off and snap on. It's great. Take the ship apart and reassemble it to fit your needs. Use cores to increase the frame size of your mothership, so the number of points you can attach. Cores have stats that will boost ship speed, shields, health, and maneuverability. Attach wing, nose, and engine parts to your frame. Wings, noses, and engines all come equipped with weapons. Tractor, part, left, control. Remove part, hold left, control. So it's really straightforward. You can also just kind of do that, and then do that. But we haven't got anything, we can't attach anything because we haven't got a core part yet, so we've got to grab that and do this. Oh no, we can't, it won't fit. Oh no, sorry, can't help myself. But we're going to disconnect the engine. There you go. And we're going to put this down here. There you go. Right, and then we'll grab the engine again, snap that back on, and go on, snap on. Thank you. Remember, these are junk
What
parts.
exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on that overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic top-down space shooter we're playing here.
Yes, it is.
This is real, brutal, kitten-eating life we're talking about. Join
Kittens?
the rest of us down here in reality.
We're not killing kittens, surely. Cameras can be adjusted to fit your needs. Top-down view is better suited for ship construction and high-level awareness. Third person is better suited for manual combat. So, ta-da!
Our omnilithium capacitor is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Okay, so basically, that's a way to stop you from just holding on the fire button. But here we go, we've got some stuff we can pick up here, so I'm going to move forward. All you do is hold down Q and your engines do the thing, but we've got to reload first, so there you go. Ta-da! That's it being ejected. New one's being put, and as soon as the blue bar around the targeting thing disappears, we'll be ready to fire. Right.
Alright, I'm bringing the weapons online. If that is indeed what you want to call this garbage. Let's blast open some of these containers. Maybe we can find something to eat that won't make our hair fall out.
I have decided that it would be best if basic resource towing was left up to the ship's computer. These items are too fragile to be handled by Neanderthals. It brought me great pain to watch you struggle with the tractor beam.
Okay, basically, whereas you need the tractor beam to put your ship together, you don't need to use that to do anything when it comes to picking up resources. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. In range. Firing. Boom! Okay, you've got these little guns that are on the pods on the side and everything. The missiles are awesome though. If you fire and your target gets destroyed, they will actually retarget on whatever you target on. Target wasn't destroyed. Wait for it. Should be another one this way. So cool. They will literally go wherever you target.
And perform
It's
the
amazing.
following diagnostic tests on the kinetic shield system. Your life and my hull may depend upon it.
Shields have their own power system, but they can be boosted with the capacitor power. If shields are boosted, they take half the damage and regenerate twice as fast, but you're unable to shoot. Shields consume capacitor while boosted, but no boosting while reloading. Okay, so basically all we gotta do is wait for the shields to boot up. Ta-da! So they're 50% charged now. Done.
All modern space-capable engines come equipped with special regenerating boost capacitors. Please practice making rocket go fast now.
Boosting engines greatly increases the ship's speed. Sorry. And maneuverability capabilities. Boosting uses its own independent fuel source, which will regenerate over time. That's pretty cool. Basically, it just means that you've got a boost bar. That's all. And we do that by doing that. Done.
I have to say I'm impressed. You're all able to lace this thing back together without eating each other. The only thing that remains is to test the res drive. Mackenzie, start the pre-flight procedure.
From scotch and caviar to beers and tears, how is it that Jameson is the only other one with ambition to dig out of this dung heap? Just cook those bloody engines up and lay in a course for somewhere that isn't here. Please.
Okay, so as you can see from the controls that have been put up on screen, these are really, really easy. I mean, to boost the shields, it's spacebar. To hit the boost, it's the left shift button. Firing and camera movement is used by the mouse. It's really, really simple. You can even zoom in. And they'll tell you where you're looking. You've got bow, stern, starboard, port. Fire up in the air as well. It's just so you don't get lost, basically. If you're not sure about port and starboard, there's an easy way to remember which one is left and which one is right. The word left has 4 letters in it. The word port has 4 letters in it. Ta-da! That's it. That's all it is. Simple as that. Okay, but we're going to the tactical map. To the star map.
Welcome to the Super Ultra Star Map 9000.
Love that.
This holographic interface will allow you to scan all known galactic entities, plot mothership destinations, and communicate with other ships and starbases. Please practice untethered exploration now.
Okay, time only moves when you move. So when you're looking at the map itself, no time is moving, so you can really make your decisions. No problems at all. All transportation, mining, harvesting, and communication is done via the star map. Take your time and plan your actions. Explore new territory. Push the right mouse button to set a destination on the map. Use the mouse wheel to adjust the zoom level. Okay, here
Game
is
saved.
the entire galaxy. Now, on my other game, when I was just kind of practicing whatever, I started down here. So it looks like it starts you wherever it damn well pleases. But we're going to go to here. We're going to go and grab some.
Apparently, your intestines are so long that if you strung them up end to end, you'd probably die. This here metal mother doesn't like to loot the dead. But what need do they got for intestines?
Loot the wrecks of war to find various supplies. Searching a wreck takes time. You may have to search the wreck several times to extract all the loot. Alright, let's go and do it. We've only got 50 res, so we really do need to do stuff. Not everyone can be a winner. If you want to avoid joining the ever-expanding ranks of losers, you should do whatever you can to survive. That includes looting dead for supplies and maybe candy. Oh, this resource is owned by another captain? Like I care.
Pillaging successful.
Thank you. Read this.
Now that we are finally underway, let me remind you that you cannot simply urinate in the corner and proclaim you are the alpha meat husk. You are a minuscule fish in an otherwise colossal ocean of galactic proportions. Unless you wish to be dead before breakfast, read the advisory overlays I have painstakingly programmed for your survival. Do not just click past them and complain on the galactic forums that you did not get the memo. Ignorance will not be excused. Read or die.
Please familiarize yourself with the star map command functions. If you do not assimilate this information now, it will be waiting for you at dinner time.
You know that was a veiled thing of people who don't read the instructions before jumping into a game and they complain about it there. It's awesome. Okay, all transportation, mining, harvesting and communications is done by the star map. At any time, use the assemble ship button to drop out of warp and edit your mothership. Consider selling or dumping ship parts you're not using. They will weigh you down, making you burn more res during transit. You can review tutorials at any time by pushing the tutorial button. Push the right mouse button to set a destination on the map. Use the mouse wheel to adjust the level of zoom. Okay, so that's your status bar. So it's res, people on board. We need to collect more people. Scrap, and I don't quite know what they're, but I think it's other pods you can use. We'll see. And then you've got your inventory, power levels, all that kind of stuff. So this is all down here. Like we can assemble ship, inventory, repair ship. Okay, we're burning 0.22 res per second whenever we move. This is not bad. Haven't got to that section yet, but we'll get there soon. There's a lot you have to go through, basically. Faction infos. We don't know a lot of factions yet, so we're okay. This is our captain info. So we're 0 there. We're minus 16 with civilian. Not really our fault. And then we have the tutorial, obviously. Alright, there are other things to do, so I'm going to go and scavenge. We need more stuff. Lots more stuff. Loads more stuff. Okay, it's not finished yet, so we're going to keep going. Cool. We're slowly building up here.
Pillaging successful.
We weren't pillaging. Yeah, really? We were pillaging, weren't we? Okay, we're going over here.
All right, we're mobile. If you are all thoroughly satisfied, we can finally get on with it. We still have stickies out there, not to mention a laundry list of equipment we need before we can do anything about them. Time is of the essence, and we've wasted so much of it already.
As anxious as I am to find a so-called sticky, we have not encountered one for many cycles. The ship does not yet have a nacelle to stand on. Therefore, we need to scout more easy opportunities to exploit.
Now, we can go out looking for a fight. We're not ready for one right now. We will be in the future, but right now, no. We can't harvest yet because our ripeness meter isn't ready, so I don't know what our ripeness meter
Resource
is.
acquired.
I really don't. I wish I did. You really do need a lot of scrap, so this is something, like if you do buy the game, scrap, just masses of scrap. You need as much scrap as you need. That is the minimum number of people I think you need to actually run your ship. And then you start losing functions and things. I think. I haven't got that far. I've literally just been mucking around it for about an hour before I started recording, so yeah. As I learn stuff, we will learn together. I have got to a point where I was able to buy stuff, and I needed way more scrap. I had I'd say probably about 500 scrap, and I could buy one thing, and that was it. So keep going, just keep going. I don't think there's anything else here, but we'll just give it one more go.
Exhausted.
Okay, so it's got nothing else there. Awesome. Okay. Oh, there's a transport there. Okay, we don't particularly want to do that. We don't want to make this guy angry. If someone sees us stealing their stuff, that would be a bad idea. Let's keep going outwards.
Map updated.
Ooh, no. Oh, we've got lore. Lore is good. Lore is wonderful. We've also got scrap down here. Kind of running out of res though. Take a look at that. Aggression locked. You must be awarded a privilege to build a starbase. No! I want to build it now. Okay, fine. We're gonna need res, people. We need res. Right, let's see what we can find here.
Extracted.
Great. That really helped. I don't think we're going to get much else of here, guys. So we're going to go to the next area.
Okay, I'm calling it. We need to shift our focus back to more pressing needs. Everyone on board is expected to understand that the mothership takes priority over everything, including our very lives. To that effect, Mother needs to be fed. If we can't find what she needs, we die along with her. If we cannot trade for what we need, we'll have to take it by force. As cruel as it is, that's just life.
I see fit to enlighten everyone that every action on board consumes something. Don't let these critical supplies run dry. I've gone to the effort of labeling all viable extraction points, as well as indicating when they are ready for harvest. I have also color-coded human selfishness, so you are aware if any other faction claims ownership of these areas.
Okay, so basically, that number in the middle is the ship threat assessment. Lower the threat assessment, the better. It's basically what we're working on. Anything that's white is unclaimed. Anything in a colour is claimed by a captain. You get more stuff for taking out captains, but we are not ready to take on a bandit right now. I mean that. We really aren't. I did once, and it was a silly. So I'm going to find some red. Move to. Find me some res, people. Okay, here's res. It's technically his, but you can't see it right now, but this is my I don't care face.
As much as I detest this hellborn excrement, we're stuck in a universe addicted to res.
Yep.
We are no different. Without it, the res drive will collapse, leaving us to limp along at subwarp. We'll be easy pickings for bandits, or anyone else looking to kick us while we're down.
Res is needed to keep the ship moving. The faster you move, the more res you burn. Res can be bought and sold. Right. Anyone who's watched my Battleship Galactica playthroughs, either one of them, you've got those kind of characters like Agathon, where you just literally hate the sound of their voice, and it's not the voice actor's fault. It's how they've used the storyline and how they've written the script and things like that. It's just it feels disjointed from the actual game. This doesn't. Everything has a reason and a purpose. When they, there's some comedy in there. There is. I'm not going to lie, but everything has a reasonable purpose to make you more part of the game, and I like that. So we've just got 116 res, so we are fine. We are absolutely fine. We've got to find scrap and goons, so that's fine. We can do that here as well. But we're going to do that next time because we've been running for about 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to save it here, and we'll join right here the next time so we can keep going from here. I want to show you guys as much as I can. Hopefully you're enjoying this because I am. Oh, it's such a good game. And we will get into combat, just not yet. There is a point where they kind of introduce it to you. You can go looking for it and you get killed a lot. I did. There's a kind of an art of knowing levels and threats, so you need to really know what you're doing before you just jump in, or you will die. Well, you don't technically die, but moving on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please do hit that like button. Don't forget to comment and share, and if you enjoyed what you saw, then please do consider subscribing. But until next time, you lot take care of yourselves. I'll see you there. Bye bye.